It was 1 year ago when Mayor de Blasio came under fire for the homeless crisis in New York. He overhauled homeless services and even made...
We've all seen or heard of stereotypical homelessness from the news or the radio. Images and reports of those out on the street, ragged and begging for money.
New numbers show LA's homeless crisis is spiraling out of control.
They may not be living in the streets, but tens of thousands of Chicagoans are, for all intents and purposes, homeless.
The city of Fort Wayne is getting outside help to tackle a growing homeless problem.
But one doesn't need to look as far as New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago. Not even as far as Fort Wayne, Indiana. Homelessness affects more than what the eye can see. It can affect the most unexpected people in the most unpredictable ways. Homelessness is in our own backyards, perhaps threatening a precious friend, relative, or neighbor. Kim Price of Portage, Indiana, was once like every other citizen.
I was a young mother, married at a young age, was with the same man for 25 years. I wound up 3 kids later. I wound up being in a 5-bedroom, 2.5-car garage home, living the dream, living life, paying your bills like every other couple would do. 25 years later, I wound up homeless. I wound up jobless, and I wound up going through a divorce. I was hopping from place to place, family to friend, back and forth, probably for about a year and a half, not knowing where I was going to end up. And with going through the divorce, I was kind of in fear of losing my daughter, with not having a stable place to live. So, of course, I didn't know what to do. So I ran into a friend from high school, and she wound up having hard times herself and mentioned housing opportunities. I came upstairs and we were walking around, and she told me about this place, and she also told me about other programs that they had that I could qualify, like food pantry, that would help me. They help with, cups, plates, bowls, dishes, blankets, pillows, whatever I needed. She said somebody was wanting to adopt me and my daughter to Sorry, I get so choked up every time of that. There was a family that wanted to adopt us, to help us, and to get what we needed. And right then and there, of course, I started crying, and she hugged me and said it was going to be okay. And I knew at that moment that everything was going to be okay, and things were going to be better. I wound up asking her if she needed any help because I didn't know how to give back, because of course I didn't have a lot of money to donate or to give. I had a lot of things to give, so I wound up asking her if she needed any help. Whatever they needed, I would be more than happy to clean or do whatever. And of course, a few months later, she called me and said, hey, I need an apartment. Can you clean an apartment? And I wound up cleaning an apartment for them. And I did such a good job, they wound up hiring me. I wound up at Housing Opportunities, and I see firsthand what they do and how they help people. And I am where I am today because of them, and I wanted to thank them. And I also would like to mention that I'm on a better way of life. I purchased a new car. I'm on my way of purchasing a Habitat home. 2018, they're going to start building, so I'm very happy with that, and it's all thanks to Housing Opportunities.